Ladies and gentlemen, have we got much to show and talk about? You don't want to miss this. We're going to have a series of videos over the next couple of weeks that's going to document a cruise on the Disney Magic. And it was a tremendous trip. All I got to say is you gotta check it out. You gotta hang around, all right? You gotta check it out. There's a lot to cover, so let's just get right to the first video. Hey, join us and enjoy. So it's 2:45-ish. We are on time with our flight at 4 o'clock, Southwest Airlines. And we are all set to go. Everything is good. We are very excited for our upcoming cruise. So we're in the airport right now waiting for our first flight. So we'll check back in later. All right, so landed here in Orlando, and the flight was uneventful, thank goodness. And so now Elisa and I are getting a quick bite to eat. I grabbed something from the Asian Chow place, as you can see, and it's pretty good. I got some chicken, lo mein, and we're plugged in, charged up. So, unfortunately, our flight to Fort Lauderdale has been delayed, so we're gonna have to wait a little while to do that. But that means we're gonna be more relaxed now and enjoy this supper and enjoy some time together. So, life's good. We'll check in later. All right, so we had a very adventurous and fun-filled travel day yesterday. It started out pretty good. I mean, we flew in.
We left New Orleans.
Right, straight in Orlando, no problem.
No delays.
Everything was wonderful. I mean, the weather was kind of bad, but it wasn't bad. And so we got on our flight, and it was delayed to Fort Lauderdale.
When we got to Orlando, as soon as we got off the plane, it said it had a 30-minute delay.
Right.
And then it switched, of course, to like an hour delay, which still was no big deal.
We had time to eat. It was very relaxed. It was like, and we're not doing anything today until later on. No. We're going to be getting, on the ship. So, which is, I'm really pumped about that. We both are. But anyway, so we get on the plane, and it's a bumpy ride, and you can definitely tell that there's some weather, and
it's supposed to be a 35-40 minute.
Yeah, the
flight.
stewardess made a funny joke. She said,
it's
"We're gonna."
Flight attendant. They don't like to be called stewardesses anymore. So
oh, really?
No.
Since when?
Since 20 years ago, probably.
My bad.
So you'll have to edit that out.
I don't know. I might keep that in. They might think that's funny. Anyway, the flight attendant came on the speaker system and announced that we would be taking off, getting in the air, and landing. So I thought
quickly.
that was kind of
Yeah,
funny.
she said you better know what you want to
Yeah,
drink
she
because
said
we
if
don't
you
have
want,
time
right, if
to.
you want your drink order, you better
Yeah,
get it in quick. So I was like, cool, awesome, because we were just going from Orlando to Fort Lauderdale. So uh, plane
quick
takes
flight.
off. Yeah, we're cruising, everything's fine, and they announced we're coming in for the landing. And as we get about halfway through the landing process, I could feel that the plane was like shimmying more than normal. It was going sideways and so on. And so her and I kind of glanced at each other, and then you could actually feel, and I think the captain made an announcement, and you could
Well, you could
feel,
you could tell it was taking longer to actually land
right,
because we've flown enough to where when the pilot says, "Okay, we're coming in for final approach,"
right,
it doesn't take that long, and it was taking longer. And I was
th-
looking out the window, and you could see that the skyline was kind of shifting, looking like he was basically the pilot was trying to fly around the weather.
yeah. And so a few minutes after that, the flight attendant came on and said, "Hey, so funny story, really bad weather over Fort Lauderdale.
Just the airport,
We tried
apparently.
to, the pilot tried to fly around, to circle around once and tried to land again. The weather was still too bad. Wind shear, in specific, she said, wind shear was too bad, too unsafe. So we are now diverting to Key West, right?
No, Palm Beach,
Palm
West Palm
Beach,
Beach.
West Palm Beach. So we landed at West Palm Beach. Said we needed some more gas. So by now it's what, 10:30, 11.
Yeah, we're about an hour we're more than an hour delayed
So
from the revised flight. But the problem was, West Palm Beach Airport doesn't have a lot of
yeah,
really late air.
she said like
Yeah,
they shut down, like
yes,
everybody went
they're
home.
closing. They're a
So
limited staff, and the poor man that had to refuel the planes had already left
you
for the
boy
night.
left. He's like, I'm clocked out. It's late. I'm done.
So they had to call him at home and come back to the airport
Which
to
he did. Thank
refuel.
God.
Yes, but
Appreciate
they
him.
did tell us that it was going to take about 20 minutes. And when the poor man got there, then lightning started at West Palm Beach, and it was specifically around the fueling area. So
Unsafe.
it was not safe for
Yep.
him to get there at the moment. So we had to wait another 15, 20 minutes, I guess. And then he finally started fueling, which was about another 15, 20 minutes. And then we were off. Um,
And the rest of it kind of went smooth after that. We flew in, we landed with no problem,
yeah.
and we jumped in a lift and we made it here. But we didn't get here till
Oh, it was.
1.
We walked into the hotel room probably about a quarter to 1,
Yeah.
where our flight was supposed to land in Fort Lauderdale at 9:40 or 9:50, something around
Yeah,
that time.
so,
Yeah, because
but
I had said that we were going to be at the hotel about 10. And
but
but
Elisa joined a little Facebook group that was had people that made again a little Facebook group that for this cruise, and she showed me some people sadly were texting that their flights were canceled and they
Yes.
could not get to the ship. They're
to
gonna have
rebook,
to
to rebook, it was going to be past
So
the
that,
time.
I mean, even though we were somewhat tired and frustrated last night, we were very thankful that we were actually able to fly in and get our hotel room, and now we're ready to rock and roll. So that was the story, and we will. This is my wife Elisa, by the way, and so we will be heading off to the ship here soon, and we'll see you guys in a little while. See you on the next one.